What's up, YouTube land? Back with another review. Today I was going to review a movie. This is kind of one of my faves. I would say maybe in my top 10, maybe horror movies. This movie's by James Gunn. He wrote and directed this movie. I think this movie came out in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. This movie came out, it was kind of a breath of fresh air. It kind of surprised me because it's a horror movie and it's really gory. And it's kind of got a lot of humor in it. And I kind of like when the horror movies add a little bit of humor, like the Evil Dead movies. Like I said, it's directed and written by James Gunn. Of course, recently he did the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. And it's got some of the same actors in it, like, Michael Rooker, which played Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. And he played Merle in the Walking Dead series. But the movie I'm talking about is James Gunn's Slither. Very, very cool movie. Like I said, when it first came out, it was a breath of fresh air. Really surprised me. I love practical effects. I mean, I don't hate CGI, but I rather have practical effects than CGI. I just think it looks so cool, and I think it holds up better than CGI. I think sometimes CGI kind of dates the movie. But I think practical effects is kind of like an art form. I don't know who did the special effects on this movie, but they did a really, really good job. It's kind of like a 1950s sci-fi horror movie mixed with 80s kind of gore. Some of the gore kind of makes me of like a cheesy 80s movie, but in a good way, not in a bad way. But very, very cool. Like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I'm so glad to get it. I tried to get it a couple years ago, but before it was released on Scream Factory, this is actually the Scream Factory version, the cover and all that. They do really, really cool covers. Look at that. Before I got it on Blu-ray and Scream Factory, I ran out of print. I guess on the original release, it was Blu-ray and DVD. I couldn't find it, but very, very cool movie. If you haven't seen it, if you're into horror or this kind of, I don't know, sci-fi. I think somebody into sci-fi would like it. It's kind of like a zombie mixed with sci-fi with a lot of humor. Very, very cool. Kind of reminds me of like Night of the Creeps a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that movie with Tom Atkins. That's an 80s movie. Very, very cool movie. I have to review that another time. But some of the humor and some of the gore kind of reminds me of the Evil Dead movies. Those movies are some of my favorites. So I'm gonna definitely have to review those movies at a different time in the show Ash vs. the Evil Dead. What sucks, I just heard it got canceled after the third season, which just totally devastates me. I love the character of Ash Williams. I mean, of course, I named my channel after him. But very cool movie. Like I said, the movie industry at the time, all the horror movies were they're remaking all the Japanese horror movies, like The Grudge and The Ring, and I like those. The remakes are great. The originals are even better, but I feel like when those movies kind of got Americanized, they kind of got watered down. But this, Hatchet, and Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, I think it's a breath of fresh air at the time. But very, very cool movie. If you haven't seen it, I love James Gunn's sense of humor. I think his dialogue's good. I think he's a good director, and I think he's just going to keep doing great things. I think he's going to make a Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but after that, I really want to see that. I'm a big fan of those movies. I wouldn't mind reviewing those movies at a different time, too. I can't wait to see what happens in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 after the Infinity Wars. But anyway, I hope when he finishes up with all that, I can't wait to see what his next project is. I hope he goes back to horror, him and Sam Raimi, which did the Evil Dead movies. But very cool. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely check it out. If you're a horror fan, it's like a underrated classic, I think. Very, very cool. Got a lot of humor. Very cool. Check it out. Thanks. Bye.